Hey everybody, it's Whipray. Today we're doing a how-to video for Empyrion Galactic Survival and how to do custom planets and playfields. This has been a long requested feature that a lot of people have been asking me about, and I'm kind of been taking a break from Empyrion for a little bit. I'm coming back to it now. So I definitely feel that this is a good opportunity to kind of go through this and show how to customize a solar system and planet and all that, so I can also use it in my videos for the next time I'm doing Season 3. So, let's get started. The first thing I'd like to point out is, let's close all these other tabs real quick. The main resource I'm using for this is empyrion.gamepedia.com / customizing solar systems. It's the primary tool I'm going to be using in here, and it's going to be it is what I'm going to be going by. So if you want to have a thing where I'm going through it step by step and you want to follow along, that's the place to go to. That said, our first step we're going to is you're going to want to open up in Windows Explorer. You want to go into where your Empyrion Galactic Survival is installed. You want to go to Empyrion Galactic Survival, Content, and then Playfields, because that's where it's going to have all the different playfields. And then your other thing you want to go into is Content and then Sectors. The reason we're doing these two things is sectors are... oops, let me put this over onto the main monitor. Okay, so sectors are going to be things like, what is a lava planet? What is an asteroid belt? What is, what are all these different things in the mini-map? And so when you open up the mini-map in Empyrion Galactic Survival, or not really the mini-map, the big main map, it'll have, the different points of interest on your map. And this defines where they're at on the map, what color the little icon is, what the icon looks like, and what playfields are associated with that sector. So in our case, what we're going to be doing is, first we're going to be intelligent here, and we are going to make a copy of this. And this way, if we do anything with it, it doesn't, if we ever completely screw it up, I didn't want to double click on it. Fuck. No, screw you, Windows. If we ever wanted to, oh, for Pete's sake, really? Okay. But this is there so that if, for whatever reason, we utterly screw up the original file, we have something to fall back on. Additionally, if it's anything like the dedicated server files that we've had to work with before, when you get a patch, it'll overwrite the originals that you've modified, so it's not a bad idea to keep a backup or something like that. So we're just going to do sectors copy, so that's the original copy we have. So then we're going to go over here and we're going to edit in with Notepad++, though I think, according to this, the guide says locate the sector.yaml. I'll put it over here so people can follow along. Locate the sector.yaml at here, which is, which is where I'm at right now. And we're going to open up the editor. Put this back. Oh, wrong thing. Grabbing the wrong thing. Look at me, I'm being bad. So yeah, once we have sectors open up in the text editor, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the different things. Now, it mentions the coordinates here, as I kind of already went through before. This is where it's going to be on your map. This is going to be the color of the icon on your map. This is going to be the icon itself it's going to have, and then the playfields are the things inside of it. So if I'm wanting to do an example, let's see, where is Akua? So we have our trading post, asteroid field with neutral trading station. Here's Akua. And one thing they do mention, if you want it to be a starting planet, you have to have true right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab Akua's. Oops, we're going to just grab all of that. So yeah, we're going to grab Akua's, we're going to pop it down to the bottom of the list, and then we're going to paste, and hopefully that just didn't fuck everything up. Let's see, there we go. There we go, so now this is on its separate thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to change these coordinates to something completely outlandish. So, and it doesn't say anything about a limit to our coordinates, so we can kind of put up wherever the hell we want to. I'm also here at the here top. It mentions default starter planets on dedicated servers have to be marked with that true thing at the very end, and you can see at the bottom when I scroll back down. So okay, so it doesn't really matter what the coordinates looks like, but they're not too terribly high. They're not going above like 15. So let's do. All right, so that's 20. This is our copy. So we're going to call this. We're going to make this icon a kite. And we're going to call this... Is this going to even have a name? Oh, you should probably put a comment. Whoop. So, there we go. So we're going to do our comments like that. So ignores it. We're going to call this the snow world. Oh, starting snow world, because that's essentially what we want. Starter snow world. Okay. So our coordinates are going to be... let's do 30. No, do we already have a 30? Do we already have a 30? That's a question. We do already have a 30. That's where Nigenis is. Let's do 18. Ah, we don't have any 18s. Cool. Next, it looks like all the secondary ones are 0, which is something we want to make sure we keep. And the third one, because I'm assuming X and Y and all that jazz. Third one is varying. So let's do an 8. Sure, let's do an 8. We'll do 9. There we go. -9. Alright, so there's that. Our color, we're going to leave it... it said anything between what? I think the guide said the colors can be anywhere between... Oh, no, it's not colors. It's the thingy-me-bobber. Right here, yeah. Sector map icons, colors can range between 0 and 1. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a... I have no idea what this color is going to do, but we're just going to do that number because consistency, sure. Alright, so it's going to have a kite. It's going to have those 3 colors. It's going to be at those coordinates. Next thing is the playfields. So over in the playfields section, right here, these are the folders that have every single, like, all the bits and pieces that you need to make the individual playfield. The sectors file is referencing all those files. So what we're going to have to do is, in order to make our custom snow world, we're going to have to find a planet that is going to be, you know, a good template, I guess. I'm not going to grab snow, because the problem with snow is it doesn't start with all the resources we need to start with. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Kua. And I think that one is forest? Oh yeah, they even have an example plants here too. Example space, example planet. But we're going to grab, I would like to say, temperate 1. Yes, we're going to grab template 1, or temperate 1, copy it, and then we're going to paste it. And one thing they do stress is do not mess with the originals, because you can really mess up the game world. So if you are doing anything like this, just copy the original, rename it, and work from there. So mine's going to be called Starter Snow, because the other one's Snow. So now it's Starter Snow. So when I go in here, and I don't really need those. Let's go to playfield.yml to here. So now this is the presets that I had originally for a Kua. And it's saying real radius, scale radius. They don't say don't touch that. Gravity, I'm not really sure. What's this playfield? This is on the Gwenus, 9.5. Let's do that. Let's make it like the other one. So negative 5.3. Oh dear. 5.3. 30. There we go. And remember, like the other previous videos with YAML things, they are very, very, very particular about these spacing and stuff like that with these comments and stuff like that. Things will break if things are not properly spaced. It is a very big thing, so make sure your formatting is very correct. Alright, so anyway, our gravity has been done up like that. I kind of want to make it like this one. Actually, fuck it. We're just going to cheat. We're just going to grab the whole thing from the snow one, and we're going to put this one over here. So we're just going to do that. Boom. Okay, so now the atmosphere is not breathable, according to this. Actually, I kind of do want to check. Control Z. Alright, so atmosphere density is 1, O2 atmosphere is 2.2. Okay, so let's just do redo. And atmosphere 2, we're going to put that at 0.2. This way it is definitely still breathable, and we're going to change it so that true, I think that's right. False. Oh, I hope that didn't break things. Yeep. Shit. So we're going to go back over to Starter Snow. We're going to go back one, and we're going to go over to Temperate, and we're going to go over to Playfield, and we're going to see what the original play one is. So, true, it just didn't have an extra space. So, oh, okay. Okay, so anyhow, that's fine. Alright, so we're going to be snow, water's going to be green. We're going to raise the sea level up a little bit, because I was a little, so as I recall, it was actually pretty low on this. We'll make it 40. PvP is true, because I'm okay with PvP being true. Let's make sure these aren't broken in terrible ways. Green water versus blue water. Actually, let's make it water blue. I kind of want that. So we have blue water now. Planet site's going to be snow. We are going to have... That doesn't have functionality yet. Actually, none of these have functionality yet. Oh, okay. That's a little awkward. Okay, so snow, temperature day, temperature night. Doesn't really matter, apparently, but it kind of does. Difficulty, I like being a masochist, so we're going to put it to a difficulty of 4. Planet type is going to be a planet. Description is going to be... Here we go. We're going to change this to... This is the snow... Custom snow starter planet. Okay, so we've got the description in, so when we're kind of picking through the different things for the starter planets, it'll let us know what it is. Sun... Apparently we can have sun for blue, white, white 2, white 3, white, yellow, and purple. Let's go with sun flare blue. We're going to have a unique atmosphere in this one. Special effects does not change it. I'm going to go with them what they're saying there, and I'm not going to change any of these. So, dandelions few. Oh, okay. Was I editing the right thing? I should probably... Yeah, because Aku is on that. That's on snow. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to grab all of this from here. So let me just go through this before I start cutting, pasting, and doing crazy things to confuse people. This section area, the special effects, it tells you like how tall the maximum biome can be, and hills, mountains, all that jazz, for the Arctic forest, all the sub-biomes. Like, and you notice in the upper right corner, it'll have things like, you know, what region you are, like if it's low plains, high plains, cliffs, what have you. This special effects section essentially designates, you know, is it going to be heavy, snow, medium, what have you, and then what kind of biomes are going to be in that section. So that's why it says really don't mess with these. In my case, I want my, I don't want it to be necessarily the temperate forest, so I'm going to replace these with these guys. So we're going to grab this real quick. Yoink. And... Ooh, there's a lot of bird flock crows. Okay. I kind of want to leave that there, but we're not going to mess with that right now. We're just going to do that. So snow light... Oh yeah, so it snows. And then fireflies. Okay. So that's that. So now, instead of having, like, on a temperate world, you would have things like dandelions, butterflies flying around, and, like, fireflies and stuff like that, and even birds and stuff. Now, what we're going to be able to have is, because I changed all that on mine, you're going to be able to have, like, light snow, heavy snow, so on and so forth. And you can change at what height it all affects and stuff. Alright, so, with the special effects done, we now go over to atmosphere and sky. Huh. Over here, we have atmosphere enabled, true. And then it goes through on the comments here. Is it true or false? Color the atmosphere while seen in space. Default is white. I am not sure what that color goes to. It's RGB. I'm not really sure. Red, green, blue. Theoretically, I could just make it super fucking blue, which I may just do. The color of the skybox, white is default 1111. Light zenith color, if the sun's zenith, sun's horizon, so on and so forth. And it has the default values for these. Then light intensity, fog intensity, cloud intensity, pretty much all the other characteristics of the planet. And again, when you're editing through these, just make sure you keep the formatting and stuff like that. If it's just got like one space between the 0 and 1 here, you want to have one space. You don't want to use tabs because that breaks everything. And it even mentions that at the top of the file that it does break everything. In either case, though, most of these are just options you can just kind of pick for. Do you want it to look like this? Do you want it to act like this? It's not a huge big deal. So, in my case, we need to make sure. So this is on the snow. This is the default for the snow that I'm grabbing from. So we're going to go from atmosphere and sky. I'm going to grab this because I want it to kind of pretty much just be like Nigenis, which is just a giant snow world. So we're going to grab all of this stuff and down to the fixed resources. Because the fixed resources are where I want it to differ, because the default thing for the resources on the snow planet only has like 3 or 4. It doesn't have everything that you need in order to be able to, you know, advance properly. And it also has some advanced materials, which I don't want to be able to have access to at the start. Instead, I want to have it Akua's system, where it has all the basic things you need to start with, but it doesn't have anything advanced. So over here, we're going to select atmosphere and sky. And we're going to go, oh dear, my phone is blowing up. We're going to go all the way down to the resources section, like we did last time. We're going to repaste it. So now we have everything there again. And so we have wind speed. Let's do really fast clouds, because I like things like that. There we go. And cloud density. I like having lots of clouds, but on the same token, yeah, let's do lots of clouds. Let's do lots and lots of clouds. Cloud sharpness is how dense they are. Let's do 0.5. Cloud brightness, can go between 1 and 2. Let's have dark clouds. I like a nice brooding atmosphere, you know? Alright, so 0.4. Yeah, we'll do that. Cloud opacity. I'm okay with opaque clouds. I like the colors of them. That's good. Ground fog height. Ground fog intensity. So let's do 0.5 for pretty dense fog. Fog intensity is... do 3. Cloud intensity. Waft of mist in the air in between... let's do like 0.7. It's going to be like a really heavy atmosphere planet. Atmosphere fog, distance fog between values. We'll put that at a 0.55. Sure. Okay. So let's see. Daylight, light intensity is 1. Very bright day over here. Night density. I actually kind of want it to be really dark, to be completely honest with you. So we're going to do 0.25. Shadow strength on during the day is that. Night shadow during the night, we're going to do 4. Because it's not going to need to be as strong. Sky color, default is white. 1111. And color of atmosphere in space, we don't want that, but we do want a bit more blue. Because it should be red, green, blue. So red's fine, green's fine. Let's make this a little bit more blue for the atmosphere from space. And then let's make this over here just a little bit more bluish. So let's do 0.9? No, 0.8. And over here we'll do 0.8. Okay. So we have our sky done. We have all of our special effects. We have our wind speed set for very... well, let's make that a very whipping winds. Alright, so we've got to now we're at the random resources. And this is stuff by default on Akua. It's completely randomly distributed. They have another section for fixed resources, where you can specifically specify in these coordinates there will be these resources. I don't necessarily want that because I like lots of RNG in my stuff, so I'm going to leave it at the defaults for Akua. But yeah, drone count will defend a resource, drone probability, depth minimum, depth maximum, stuff like that. This pretty much just tells you how to distribute it. I'm going to leave these at the default because I just want to have a nice basic slate of resources to be able to pull from. And then we have resource asteroids, which I guess are if surrounded... oh, these are if you completely exhaust the resources on a planet. This is an asteroid that will come in and refresh the resources on a planet, so to speak. You can go mine it. It's not a problem with my servers typically because I run just for me, Tornath, and maybe 1 or 2 other guests. But if you're on a big public server, there is a very good chance on the starter planets that the players you have logging in will be able to mine through all that. That said, this is how you edit how much is actually on those asteroids when they collide with the planet to refresh the resources on the planet. I again will leave these default. Terrain. Okay. So now we've got terrain and decorations. So we're going to go back over to the snow planet because I don't want Akua stuff. I want snowy stuff. So we're going to go over here, and we're just going to grab all of these things. Because, yeah, biome definition, main decoration. A lot of this stuff is even too technical for me, and it's mainly just the nuts and bolts of, is it going to look like a snow planet? Is it going to look like a temperate planet? Now, I'm sure there's a way you could probably go in and mess around with, certain percentages of, oh, I want some woods on my snow planet, and this, that, and the other thing. And you can do that. But for this case of the video, we're almost already running at 20 minutes. We're just going to leave that default for the snow planet, and we're not going to worry about it. So we're just going to copy all of this, because these are also, if you notice, intermediate planes. Essentially, it's the different biomes and stuff like that that were mentioned at the top of the file. Let me scroll back up to that. Where did it go? See, where is it? Yeah, so right here, special effects local, where it's got, the Arctic low plains, Arctic and intermediate, high plains, mountains, so on and so forth. All those things are defined down here as to what goes on with those. And so this is essentially fleshing out all of those presets that were already defined up above. So we're going to just grab all of these, actually, because I don't see any reason not to. So we're going to grab from there all the way to the start of this. Because right here. Copy it, and on ours, we're going to cut it off right after the resource asteroids, which should be right here, because we don't want all these temperate things. We just want our actual thingamabob. So there we go. Arctic, all the planes, all the things, creatures, all that stuff. So now that's the playfield.yml. When you're done with it, you save it. It's done. Because now you notice it's saved at starter, snow, planet, what have you. So with that done there, we have to make sure we go back over to our sectors YAML. And over here, we had it before where we had, starter snow world, because we're commenting it out. It has the coordinates, it has the color, it has the other stuff. But what we want to do is we want to put in our playfields. We actually have to specify those now. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it Snowy Orbit, because why not? This is going to just be an asteroid field ring, and that's another one of the defaults they have, where it's just a random space ring. Defines local playfield, no effect for space playfield, playfield name, etc. We're just gonna leave that like that because that's 0, 0 within the plane field. If you do 0, 0 on this level right here, it spawns at the sun, and that's a bad thing, and it won't work, and it breaks things. Do not use 0, 0, 0. That's the center of the sun. You're not supposed to be able to go there, so don't do that. And if anything else kind of collides with each other, it merges, which is not necessarily great either. But yeah, playfield 0, 0, 0 is going to be your orbit, and then 0, 0, 0 is going to be the planet in the middle of it. So in our case, we're going to call it Snowy. We're going to call this Snow Starter. And yeah, coordinates, planet name, playfield template. So we're going to call this one, this one was Starter Snow, right? Playfields. Oh, I need to make sure this is all one word. That's probably something worth mentioning right now, too. I know it's at the end of the video just about, but from what it looks like in here, because nothing else has spaces, make sure it is all one word. So in our case, Starter Snow is one word. Oh, dear. No, shit. Okay, but that's because I changed that name out, so I should be able to go over to here, and when we go to edit, all my stuff should still be here. Boom. Yes. Okay, cool. So we don't need this guy anymore, or this guy. So now we're on this guy. All right. So Snow Starter is going to be the name of the planet. We're going to call it Snowy Starter Planet. The playfield template is going to be Snowy Starter, because that was the name of it. And true means it is capable to be a starting planet. And over here is going to be the planet for an orbited moon, which I don't really... Oh, I kind of do need to have a moon there. So we're going to call this Snowy Moon. These will be the coordinates for the moon within the playfield that it's at. And, yeah, so that would be that. So now we're going to save this guy. Boink. And with the sectors done and the playfield that's being referenced in there done, we should be able to fire up... Of course, go figure, I haven't played Empyrion in a while. Empyrion, Galactic Survival is on the ferrets. There we go. So we're going to fire this guy up. And we're going to try and start on this planet, just to confirm and make sure, I'm not going crazy and, I did set it up right. So we have Empyrion firing up now. And momentarily... There we go. Come on. So impatient for the camera. But, yeah, that should be the most roughish lowdown on how to start everything up. I know it's not nearly as in-depth as the other ones, but this is literally, as I'm going through it, I'm explaining to you, and so you're seeing exactly kind of how scatterbrained I can be with this. But these are the exact steps I just went through with how to figure out how to do it. Again, using the guide located at EmpyrionGamepedia.com, Customizing Solar Systems. It's got a really detailed walkthrough, and that's really what I went through. And I think even at the bottom of that webpage, they also have a how-to video if you don't want to use 9 necessarily. Okay, what is going on with Empyrion now? Maybe I broke it. But in either case, we'll probably cut to another section where it's actually working. But, yes. So we'll just cut to that in a second. Hey everybody, we're back. So I made a couple boo-boos at the end of that last one, apparently. First off, you have to make sure when you're trying to test this out, it only works in dedicated server. You can't do it in single player, because that was the first thing I tried to do, and I did. Oops. Second thing, I made a naming mistake on my sectors.yml. I called it Snowy Starter, and in actuality, I was calling it Starter Snow. So I had to go back into my playfield section and renamed the file to Snowy Starter so that these two matched up, so that the file was actually there for it to locate. Because when I was trying to start my dedicated server client up, it was just having a big blue box and it wasn't loading, and I had to check into the log file and it said could not find this specific folder. So that said, we can now go to multiplayer. We're going to go to my server. It's going to connect in, and I can pick my starter planet, which will now include Snowy Starter Planet. So we're going to click Start. And now we should see ourselves kind of zooming in. I think. I hope. We'll find out. We can see how blue this planet is. Here it is. So yeah, as you can see, we're now on Snowy Starter Planet. We can see all the wonderful things here. It even has trees and rocks and stuff. We've raised the water levels a bit, so there's some water around. But yeah, this is a Snowy Starter Planet. And that's how you do your own custom planets. If you were going down the list, you can just add more planets. You can even have multiple planets in the same playfield. In either case, though, that wraps up this video. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and please leave a comment below if you have any questions or anything else like that. Catch you later. Bye.